Hi, it's Jenny with Jenny's Wreath Boutique, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to make a beautiful spring floral wreath. You're going to be using a 14-inch grapevine. You can use whatever size you like, but I like starting with this size. We're going to be using some ferns from Hobby Lobby. I love these, they're so great. And then some lavender sprays. These are so cute for spring. I just love that bright greenery and of course the purple. And then I have this gorgeous floral mix. I just have 2 bouquets of this. I've kind of been hoarding it because the quality is so good. But I thought this would mix really well together. If you are curious where I get all my wreath making supplies, I have a free cheat sheet linked in the description where I list out my favorite places to get it, both retail and wholesale. So if you haven't grabbed that yet, it's a great resource for you. I'm also going to be using this little boxwood bush from Hobby Lobby with little white flowers on the end. Isn't that cute? I love it. I'm also using a fern. This one's from Hobby Lobby, but you can get these from Michael's or really anywhere. It's just a nice fern. We're also going to need some hot glue and a hot glue gun and my favorite wire cutters. Everything I use, all my basics, is linked in the description under tools. So I've already cleaned up my grapevine. It's nice and ready to go. Just use as our base layer. The first thing I'm going to do is cut this bush apart. Actually, it comes apart pretty easily on its own. So this is our first layer of greenery, and I'm just going to cut the stems a little so the really thin part isn't there anymore. And this is our first greenery layer, so I'm going to add this in first so you can easily find it. So I'm just gluing the stem and gluing it along the grain of the grapevine so nothing sticks out the back. I love using grapevines because the back always looks so nice and pretty. But you can't say that for every kind of wreath base, but you can say it for grapevines if you have the stems going along the grapevine and not all poking through the back. And I'm just doing a thin layer of the fern, just using one bush. If you watched my video on my money saving tips, my top 5 money saving tips for wreath making, this is a perfect example of using an inexpensive greenery as your first base layer. The quality is good, so I'm very picky with all of my fillers. So this one is a good mix of quality and a pretty low price for what you get. So this is that tip in action. Now we're going to add our next greenery, which is this bush. And I love that ferny texture. And it really has the same kind of idea with really sharp, narrow greenery. And I thought it just matched this so well. So I'm using an extra piece from another project. And then this already had 2 pieces taken off. I'm going to use up this first. And then if I need any more, I will use up the new bush. These are nice because you can kind of push the greenery up to where you like it, so you have a nice little pick on the end. And we are just going to kind of fill in the gaps in between the fern. This greenery is also a pretty nice and inexpensive filler I like to keep on hand. Okay, now that we have our greenery base layer, I'm going to add in 3 sprays of this lavender mix. And you can find mixes like this in any color you like. I'm really liking the purple right now. It's so pretty. Purple and white is just one of my favorite color combos for spring. I love it so much. All right, so each of these is a little different, so I'm going to separate them into like kinds. I make sure they're evenly distributed around, makes the wreath look more cohesive and even throughout. Now we're just going to glue these into the wreath. Oops. Isn't that so pretty so far? I love it. Nice and simple. Now I'm going to separate this bouquet. Oh man, look at those scabiosas and the veronica and the clematis. Ooh, I love it. And I'm separating these so we have this flower throughout the wreath. We already have 3 of these scabiosas. Look at that quality. Oh, so pretty. We only have 2 of the clematis. We have 3 of these, so that's good. And then we have 2 of these, but I can make it into 3, I think. So I'm going to start with our clematis and just put those opposite each other. And then since we have 4 pieces of these, I can put 2 in between each clematis. And now everything else we have 3 of. So I'll start with the purple. Now our scabiosa goes right in between the white flowers. And of course you can do this with any color combination, any floral bushes that really go well together. I'm just using what I have to show you. I really like these colors, like I said earlier. But don't fret if you can't find the exact things I have. Just use what you have available. I teach that in my VIP group all the time because there's people from all around the world in there that don't have access to all the same supplies I have. So I try to teach, use what you have available to you and use these principles that I'm teaching. I'm just going to fill in the couple gaps that I see with the extra greenery I have. My bush is already cut up, so I'm just going to add our final touch. I love this. So I'm going to add in these little pieces, and it's amazing how just adding one more thing just really brings everything together. Kind of brightens up the greenery space. Ooh. All right, here it is. What do you think of everything together? I just love how it turned out so much. It's so pretty and bright for spring. And I think these little white flowers are just the perfect touch to add at the end to bring everything together. All right, let me know what you think. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.